It is a fact that cell phones are revolutionizing the way people relay information these days. People can receive and relay information instantly, contrary to those days when people had to wait for mail. Other functions like checking emails and responding to them can also be accomplished with ease. Nonetheless, people need reliable devices if their dream of effective communication is to come true. In other words, you need the right telephone. Since you need to buy reliable phones at affordable rates, you can begin by checking the refurbished section. Normally they have latest devices that have all the features you can require. Furthermore, you have many cheap gadgets to choose from. On the other hand, you ought to familiarize yourself with refurbishment rules and regulations. It is good to be informed before trying it out. You save yourself from inconveniences. Many people do not agree with the idea of buying refurbished gadgets. They think that they are low quality or prone to damages. On the contrary, refurbished devices normally have many new components in them. It is just that they are not directly from the manufacturers, which makes the devices way cheaper. However, you should not confuse with other used devices. These have a longer lifespan. Another trick you can use to save cash and still get a reliable item is doing away with all the features you are unlikely to use. Just as it is the case with purchasing a new vehicle, all the latest features come at an extra. Sorry to say, most of the people do not use all the latest technology, which defeats logic why one bought the model in the first place. Some people, on the other hand, would never think of buying a refurbished item. If you are one of them, you need not worry, as you can still get new devices at very affordable rates. For instance, when you buy your handset, you should choose to register with a plan from similar manufacturers. This normally attracts very big discounts from the companies on the handsets. Some people do not like the restrictions that come buying a handset that is registered to a particular network provider. They may not have competitive plans, and you will be disadvantaged, as you cannot switch to other costs without incurring costs. You pay cash to unlock the device. In other words, buying a device minus a plan ends up being cheaper. While it is not easy to shop for cheap cell phones, it does not mean that they are not there. Older handsets usually have fair prices. When manufacturers unveil new handsets, the older ones get cheaper rates.